Hi guys, I've got more of this NatGen game I've been playing. I think we left it off at turn 49. Let's see if I can remember what the game name is. I'm at turn 54 right now, so we're just going to do 6 turns this episode. So I was trading with Issia for some blood slaves. Can't remember what I sent him. Definitely with some gems though. Looks like there's a well of misery going up. I'm not even in the running for globals, so as much as I would love to have the 20 death gems coming in, it's not going to happen for me. Ancient Temple and Monster Conch. That sounds borderline inappropriate. Get a bunch of blood slaves, and then we got a battle. Don't recall what this battle was about. So I have many things here. He has 1 PD, and I'm going to kill a ton of my own troops. That's my prediction. Yeah, definitely going to lose some of my own troops here. Oh boy. Yeah, those crossbow bolts are deadly. 14 of my own log dead, and it was entirely friendly fire. Let's see, we got some unrest, monster boar, astral pearls, and get some death gems. So let's see what is going on here. So I'm going to pop this fort, move into it. I've made peace with Issia at this point. Made peace with Tonlipa at this point, surprisingly. So I was kind of wondering, like, what do I do from here? Here I am, a tiny little nation at just about turn 50 in the game. And what can I do to influence my position? Um, so one of the things is blood. Like I'm gonna have to become a blood economy. I have no choice. I would have loved to have some of these provinces from Caymans, but Tonlipa is gonna hold on to that like until his last dying breath. So what is decided is war with Watrala, and not just any kind of war. The kind of war where I win and I take everything from him. Like Watrala is not going to be on the map anymore. So we'll see how that goes over the next couple turns. Just doing some site searching, doing some troop movements here. I got to patrol down this monster boar. Got another monster boar here that I'm going to have to deal with. So I think I'm sending a message. Oh, I'm sending air gems to Issia. And I think next turn I'm going to give a message to Watrala just to let him know about this monster boar. But it was kind of around this time that I'm thinking I gotta go to war with Watrala. So let's turn 49. Let's take a look at turn 50. Who knows? This could be really quick. So revive king. I need mound kings to lead my undead that I'm spawning for free. Death Mound Downs, which is quite useful. Iron Cliff, which is an Earth site, so Death site, Earth site, and a bunch of gems. Sorry, a bunch of gems. Well, they're kind of like gems. Blood slaves. I take the fort. Minor losses to his units here. And yeah, actually, let's look at that. Because it looks like my undead actually did a lot of damage. So I have these guys on hold and attack, and these guys on hold and fire, but they get a defense bonus up here. So apparently I wasn't doing anything. Oh, and it's impossible to click on these guys on the wall. I'm not going to be able to click on this guy. We can look him up. Look him up later. But this is my Vampire Lord Thug. and he's actually quite useful. He does much damage. He is a good Vampire Lord thug. Really, just by holding the Vine Shield, um, it's quite useful. So we patrol out a Monster Boar, Brigand Leader, and a Scout, all in the same province. Um, just because this province had crap luck, and now all the unrest is gone, which is excellent. So it's time to move my troops up here. And I'm going to do something else, I think. So I don't think I'm planning on attacking him immediately. Oh, it looks like Area took this province from Watrala. But other than that, like Watrala's lands clearly aren't being raided at all. Because all of this is him. And I'm actually getting some scouts in here so I can see what's going on. So yeah, Deathmound Downs, pretty big deal if I need it. Death 2 Mage, which I probably won't need. I need a lab. Could be useful. Like, I could just go along with these guys, right? Patrol bonus, inept researcher, stealthy flying. Like these magics, if I could get one of the cross paths, that'd be sweet. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna want to get a lab here at some point. It could make it useful just as a blood hunting province. I do have enough resources. Yeah. So still repositioning, doing logistics. Doesn't look like I'm attacking Watrala, so maybe I hadn't decided to attack Watrala yet. Let's have a look at turn 51. Okay, this must be when I decide to go after him. So I've got Curse of Blood coming out. Magic Site, I got a Floating Rock. I think that's an Earth Site. Enchanted Field would be a Nature Site, I think. Mines of Fortune, little Astral Pulls and some gems. And then I buy 2 mercenary companies. One here, Victor's Villains. One here, whatever this Griff is, who has these trolls. Which ended up being pretty nice, actually. And yeah, this is it. This is it. We are going in hot. So I saw this battle here, I think. No, I didn't. It's Independence. It's just an event. So what does he have here? He has an army. It's an actual army because it's mostly on hold and attack. And he's got Hobart crossbows in there. That's exciting. But I can't actually see specifically what he's got. I'd have to like look at the battle to get a breakdown. So maybe I should do that. Just try and figure out what his mage core is here. Because I think his mage core is non-existent. This is his leader. No? This guy. This guy? Maybe. This guy? Yeah, Earth 3. Perfect. It's kind of an odd path. It's useful for buffing. So you can get Legions of Steel, which makes these guys have amazing protection. And you can do Earth Power. Oh, and that looks like Earth Meld, which is useful for just chopping up these guys. And with a decent number of Hobart crossbows, that's not bad. So I see that this raid is here, but there's no raiding in his actual lands. So things are going in hot. Now, one of the things that's going on is these guys, my cap-only mages, have sailing with full size points, 999 size points. And they've got okay leadership, 55 leadership, 30 magic leadership. So I can load 55 guys on each of my mages there. Sorry, the ones with experience stars have 55. These ones only have 40. And so they're fully loaded. And this is enough to one turn pop this fort. Now I can do things like Howl Let's see, you got Sermons of Courage, Legions of Steel, Strength of Giants. The one thing I'm not doing here is I don't have an air mage casting aim. And I think that's something I bring in later. So these guys are going here to search. See what's going in here. So Victor's Villains, and I'm leading, so this is important. I went through here looking for skeletons that could move from here to here, which thankfully is a lot of them. So 24 skeletons coming in, and this guy is going to be a little thug for me with his vine shield and armor. Just decent protection with this armor. Decent resistances too. Well, not decent, but better than nothing. Here, same thing. Vampire Lord and a bunch of undead coming in from my capital. Here, just using the mercenaries I just bought. And here, it's a vampire thug with 4 hordes of skeletons and a reinvigoration, so it's a caster thug. And yeah, and then everything around here is just logistics. We are 100% in on every mage that can move. It's moving. So this is I'm going to be putting my cards on the table here. I'm going to get as many mages as I can into his lands as quickly as possible. This is his capital right here. So yeah, that's turn 51. Let's check out turn 52. I got an owl quill from Caymans. I must have, like, I didn't even watch this turn. I should have paid more attention to that. Man, I appreciate this, man. I'm sorry that our earlier war didn't work out well. When I was initially going to attack Tonlepa with Caymans, and that was before Watrala and Isia also attacked me. So I actually made the first move on Tonlepa. I think that was like turn 20. That was way back in this game, 30 turns ago. So he's probably, this is like a little miniature death basket here. I was wondering why I had the extra owl quill, and then this is why it showed up. So I just researched Alteration 6. This is going to help my vampire thugs, and I'm popping down Thaumaturgy to get access to my national only Thaumaturgy spell at Thom 3. Another Dire Portent. Area, what are you doing? This is Riches from Beneath, I think. So he's going to be making a lot more gold. Living Sediment, another Earth site. No magic sites. Well of White Water. I think that's a water site. And then getting progressively less blood slaves now that my vampires are out fighting things. We're not going to watch the battles. We'll do that separately. Brigands, take out a rune. Upcoming arena battle, which I'm not going to participate in. And yeah, so I'm not going to do anything about that unrest. And then I've popped the fort that I landed on. I'm unharming the Green Coast Fort, which is this one here. So yeah, let's check out a few of these things. So Watrala has moved that stack from that was here that fought those independents last turn to here. I moved on to his province, his fort this turn. And I should be able to one turn pop this thing, because my guys are plenty strong. I guess I can look at my crossbow bolts land, see how much damage they do. So this would be PD. These guys look like they're on... No, these are PD. They have Arbalest. So range 50 Arbalest actually do it. Arbalest is an amazing weapon. I wish I had Arbalest. Oh, these guys are light crossbows. 9 damage. No good. Arbalest. 16 armor piercing damage. Just an excellent weapon. I think that's only one shot every 3 rounds though, right? Yeah, one shot every 3 rounds. So they fire 50% slower than crossbows. So I'm getting lots of volleys off. And thankfully, I'm getting my volleys off before these guys are really hitting. And I've my like Mind Blast mesmerized troops have approached. Well, we'll see how many of my own units I kill. These guys have 22 protection. They should be all right. Perfect. Minimal losses. No losses. And we pop. So we're going in. Oh, and it looks like I did manage to get some gems onto here. So I bet you I have Wind Guide. Yep. Wind Guide will help my massive amounts of archers make even more kills. This is not popped, so I'm not sure what he's going to do here next turn. Victor's villains are going to move here, and my Vampire Thug's going to move onto that land. Let's see how this Vampire Thug goes. So I bet you I didn't script this guy into Soul Vortex, because it was only discovered this turn. So Skeletal Body, one horde of skeletons casting, and then he's jumping in. Where is he going to go? Right to the leader. Perfect. So the Vine Shield is going to allow my skeletons to chew up these guys, but it looks like his Life Leech attack managed to kill the enemy commander. Is he going to get more kills? No, he's not quite fast enough. Like, he flies, and yet he chooses to walk in that situation. So I lost 3 undead there. Looks like I did lose another undead, but it was one of my summoned ones. So I'm leaving behind 1 PD, because I want to see what he's going to move on to it. I can see now that last turn, who is this? Area is actually raiding deeper into Watrala's lands, so I kind of need to not go too far left if I'm not coordinating with Area, which I'm not. I don't really know what he's doing. So I'm going to make my moves up here, and I can see just about all of Watrala's lands here. So that's why all these moves are. So here is a Vampire Thug, Vampire Thug, Vampire Thug, and Vampire Thug. Let's see how our good old trolls did. So these guys aren't holding attack, it's just PD. I should be able to outdamage these guys. If he had done a PD dump here, this would have been the kind of PD that'd be able to kill trolls. Barbarians can kill trolls, they're killy. But I take it, I put some PD in. Let's see this one. This is a Caster Thug. So this is about 6 PD, 6 Castle PD. So let's see, that's 1 casting, 2 castings, and he's going to get hit by an arrow at one point. 3 castings, 4 castings, now he should reinvigorate, so he's at 52 fatigue. Yeah. How you doing, bud? Just gonna start casting some more spells. Raise Dead is not the spell. So he takes an arrow. He's fine, he's regenning. Good. Raise Horde of Skeletons, what we need out of you. Oh, takes another arrow. And this time he gets weakened. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But all these skeletons are going to make their way up to the front line here. And they eventually overwhelm the 6 PD. You can see this isn't necessarily easy. Like, if he didn't have this Archer PD, he could do a PD dump and it would run up and probably overwhelm what little skeletons these guys can make. So I got a problem here because this is a fort, so I actually need to move this unit onto the fort in order to keep it locked down. I'm not locking any of this down, so that's going to be open up. And I'm not trying to cover these 2 provinces. What I'm doing is I'm moving more units here. So this is going to be another one. This is just a Caster Thug. I have my caster in the front, so ideally my temporary long dead are going to take the worst of the damage. I'm not sure if that's the case. So yeah, it is the case. I lost 2 of my summoned undead and um, 5 of my temporary undead. Sorry, summoned by my reanimated undead from my capital. I lost 2 of them. So this guy's moving back because I actually need my undead as patrol chaff. I really want to keep them. I consider them valuable. And this unit's moving on. What's moving here is a big pile of Thunderstrikers, and it looks like I forgot to script these guys. What's moving here is a big pile of chaff. And yeah, and I'm getting another vampire in position. So the idea is more raiding over here and actually make a gain that I can hold here. This is going to be long-term mine if I can hold this from this force. Yeah, so let's check out turn 53. Okay, got a battle. Looks like a remote summon from Watrala attacking area, and he would have been hoping for no PD, and then this is like pretty much perfect PD. Why is this PD so perfect? Yeah, this is like the world's best PD from area. Like horse tribe cavalry and like 10 PD or something, but it's not that. Yeah, it could be 10 PD. 7 PD? Such a weird number of PD. Searching for sites, didn't find anything. I believe I get attacked by independents. Yeah, Shamblers kill 4 of my friggin' scions. This is a huge amount of damage. We'll take a look at this on the world map. Let's just check the events quickly because these are the ones I can't see. So pop loss, huge pop loss. Shambler Society, negative pop, negative pop. Almost like I don't have luck. And then area manages to dominate the arena. Might as well watch this because I find it amusing. This guy, this is basically how you win arenas. Lifelong protection. So straightforward. This guy is twice born, so he doesn't really have anything to lose. He's going to be slave collared temporarily. So it's a good way to sacrifice a commander. And he's going to get, I think it's like the champion's headband or something. Yeah. So I think it's like quickness luck are usually what you get. It's really like, if you're not using the better arena mod, what you get for winning the arena really isn't that great. Let's see, we've started to destroy the fort at Green Coast. And we killed a whole bunch of brigands right here. And I think, so we killed Caimans and we get out the monster boar. Good. So that's fine. Let's check out, well, I'm not even going to look at this. This is just terrible. This is so much recruitment. This is a full turn of recruitment and just about a full turn of gold. Lost just because of this event. Yeah, so thankfully I didn't lose my hero, so he gets to search this province and he already searched this one. So in a way I'm almost saving a turn. That's good. So yeah, we take out this province. Beautiful. Let's view the battle. Looks like he's got a mage here. 116 gold per turn. Basically, he can do summons Art's Power and Gifts of Heaven. But I think he's casting buffs. Oh no. Gifts from Heaven, but it misses? Because I didn't lose any units, so he just Gifts from Heaven and missed. And we're starting to shoot at him, and this guy's not going to have a ton of armor. Yeah, 7 protection. So all it's going to take is a bolt. Take an arrow to the knee and he's gone. And then my remaining guys, so this wasn't enough to trigger gem usage. So unfortunately, I don't have wind guide. So these bolts are going to be flying all over the place. And I swear I take friendly fire here. It looks like I take so much friendly fire, but maybe we'll just see. See, this is so weird. Okay, so the gifts from heaven lands right about here. Let's speed it up and see what happens. Oh my goodness. Skirmish formation, guys. Skirmish formation is OP. Ah, hilarious. Okay, so because these guys all have sailing, troops are going here. These troops are going here. I'm bringing so many troops here. I'm just going to be at barely at the supply limit for this place. He can always, so I'm thinking that he's going to bust into the fort here. He could come after my fort here. That's another possibility. Looks like, yeah. So this happened during the magic phase, so my unit hadn't moved out, so I see this. So he did attempt that here. This province, I'm thinking I'm going to leave this guy here. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm sneaking around here because all of these vampire lords, I got every single one of these provinces. Oh, and he tried to bust out against my trolls here, which is fine. He can try and bust out. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So now's the time to act. This is potentially a situation for violence. We have skirmish formations established, except over a few places that are hopefully going to be the magnets for gifts from heaven. So I might need to adjust that in my next turn. This is a very risky proposition. Minimal chaff, huge amount of mages. It actually looks like just mages on the mini-map, which is terrifying. High risk strategy. And of what I want to show you here, so these scripts aren't interested. We'll watch the next turn, see how they go. But this is cool. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vampires here. Coming in with hordes of skeletons. This guy can't reinvigorate anymore. But I've got enough here that I'm hoping to take out whatever he's got on his cap and lock him down. So he's got 40 units. Most of these are Lords of the Elder Crystals, right? So Lords of the Elder Crystals. Pretenders of the World, Golden Pony. These guys cause gifts from heaven to fall and can buff up their armies nicely. So he might have, let's say he's got 20 of them. Yeah, it could easily be 20 of them. That's going to be a lot of gifts from heaven. So what I think I need is to keep my units on fire rear is what I'll have the fire commands on. And I'm not going to have hold and fire, it's just going to be fire rear. Because I need to get my troops forward. Yeah, so successful. Unfortunately, I'm not tracing income from all this. That would be nice, but it's not going to happen. All right, so that's the last archive turn I have. Let's connect to the network and have a look. Message arrives from Isia. I'm actually found a way to go I need. Thank you. All I'm looking for currently is astral pearls. We want to keep Isia happy, so let's send him a message telling him about astral pearls. Oh God. I lost a... Oh no. That's what happened here. I lost a vampire due to a mental attack. So I got like mind hunted. which means I'm soul slayed, which means I'm not getting that vampire back. So he just eliminated 77 blood slaves. Um, let's send a message to Isia. Generating 3 pearls a turn currently, and I don't really have much to spend them on. Would you be willing to blood slaves or death gems for astral pearls? Send 10 this turn to hurry along any potential transaction. Let me know and send them back if you don't want to trade. Smiley face. It's the internet. You gotta communicate with smiley faces. So let's do Isia. Astral gems. 10. Done. Okay. Let's see what we got here. First step, I want to take this province back. We've got 9 earth elementals here. These guys need to be on conservative gem usage. We go here. With the earth elemental attack, it's important for us not to block our own earth elementals. So we're going to go like so. So independence, focus on the closest target, typically. So this guy's going to be out in front and he'll be the closest target. Hold an attack means that they're going to be coming in with 3 earth elementals, which should be enough to take this back. It's overkill, I think, bringing 9 gems to this fight, but I really want to get that province back. It's pretty important to me. Let's see what he brought here. I'm going to guess nothing. Yeah, no PD. Should be just a massive volley. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, so mentally attacked, that sucks. We're bringing it all here then. We have 700 supplies. Let's see here. Same thing. So we're just gonna do 1 PD. Actually, let's have a look at this. So Trident Lord and his Sacreds. Now what is his bless? Does he have a passive bless? No, he does not. So he's unblessed. He must have went scales. And why do I have undead here? I left them behind. But yeah, these guys are just going to trample over any undead. So if he did come back, he could come back through this province. What happened here? I see. So in this province, he moved out of his cap to like counter raid. So he caught my vampire that was moving onto his cap with his movement. So my vampire ends up being pinned here because he moved against it. He has mage support. Luckily, I'm casting Horde of Skeletons over and over again. And his mages focus on my skeletons. Not so much that they're focusing on my skeletons, like they could easily hit my PD commander here who's on stay behind troops for some reason. Oh, Ray's dead is not what I wanted. So basically, this guy's casting Horde of Skeletons, fatigues himself out, and then wakes up to cast it again. Are these guys just getting tired? Yeah, these guys just got tired of trampling my units to death. That's all that happened to them. Yeah, so eventually win through rout. So I don't know. What happened here? How much PD do you have? It's like 10 PD maybe? Oh, I'm gonna lose some blood slaves to the arrows. Oh no, I'm gonna kill my own blood slaves with my own soul vortex. Oh no, my blood slaves are trying to stay with the master who is killing them. So this guy's got soul vortex now, that makes it excellent. Him fighting with undead here. So we're gonna continue using him, I think. This might be how we take the province. Because this guy's just going to like slowly damage these units by his soul vortex. And he's invulnerable. He's gonna have tons of hit points because of the soul vortex. Hmm. Beautiful. I wish he hadn't killed every single one of his blood slaves. That's the only thing I want out of that. So this guy could get mentally attacked again. Well, these troops are moving here for sure. Let's just sort this out. These guys all need to be on skirmish formation. And I have enough of them that what I probably want to do, oh boy, let's put him where he can't, where he's going to damage as few other mages as possible. Gifts of Heaven, eh? So rather than hold and fire, this needs to be fire. Fire rear? No, can't do that. Flyers? No. Large enemies? Archers? No. I think it just needs to be fire, and then I'm hoping that yeah, fire. And then we're just hoping that what's going to happen is, no, just, that's fine. You don't need, I don't want anyone guarding my troops. I think I messed up because this guy's, yeah, ranged. This guy's also ranged. So is this guy. So is this guy. Getting to recognize my own troops. I don't want anyone in guard commander because I want to keep my troop density back here nice and low. Have my shitty troops up front. Nice and low density in the back. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So the question is, do I counter raid? Yeah, we're gonna drop one vampire there. I'm gonna leave these three here because I might end up using these guys. What they're gonna do is they're gonna sit up at the front. I might use these guys to take the fort. Skeletal body, soul vortex. Probably soul vortex, skeletal body, wouldn't you say? Still leave them on that one on attack closest. So I'm down to 4 of these. I lost 77 slaves worth of vampires, which sucks. Um, don't know what you're doing here, but you should be researching. Um, okay, let's focus on this area. So we got a vampire raiding this. We have one PD here, 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 and here. What happened here? He's bringing in. So he could have like 80 troops, conceivably. Like if everything goes well for him, he'll have 80 troops. Area counter raided here, so this group is isolated. This unit is cut off. So if he doesn't defend this turn, he'll have to defend next turn. So I think what I'm going to do is the question is how greedy do I get? He has 40 troops in the base. He has another 40 here. He can't build troops this turn. How many does he have here? So he might wait a turn. I think that's what I would do. He might wait one turn. But he could also come out. So I think let's just put all the eggs in one basket. That's what I think I should do. So neither of these forts are popped. This fort isn't popped. So we're going to want to check it out. We'll try and take this province. We'll try and reclaim this. If I change this to Horde of Skeletons. How's my mercenaries? Lost the Skull Smashers. Maybe well, we'll see. We'll see how much gold I have. This is the first turn in a while that I've had gold. Ooh, potential for a 10% fire random. So that's what 2.5% chance of fire. That's not worth it to me. When I can have these guys and a little bit of chaff, I think. Light infantry. I want heavy infantry. That's the chaff I want. So that's there. I had to cancel my cap only recruitment the other turn because I ran out of gold. So we'll turn that back on. These guys are reanimating. And this guy should have an Amulet of the Dead and reanimate. So Amulet of the Dead gets some bonus 2. And being Prophet gives me another bonus 2 on top of that. So that's kind of how I'm trying to optimize those things. Forging another Amulet of the Dead here. I've got enough troops here where I want another king. So this guy's going to cast a king that can go and pick these guys up. It's perfect. This guy's a little short on chaff himself. Yeah, let's see about mage recruitment. You should be a mage. And do I want archers? Actually, we're going to change our recruitment type here. Just for a few turns. Oh, that's fine. You can still recruit that. Army setup. Just because I want to keep these guys. I think we're going to leave them on retreat. How many undead do I have here? Hold and attack. Perfect. Now, I'm really just doing this to keep him away. And I don't think I mind his dominion. This is pretty good. The only thing is the negative luck scales, which, you know, suck because they're a hassle to deal with. And he doesn't have magic. It looks like he took neutral magic scales, which is interesting. This guy's dominions. What I really want in this province. What happened here? What is going on in this province? Mob has formed. Don't need some virgins. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna blood hunt this province. We're gonna blood hunt the living crap out of this province. We're gonna let the unrest die down here. The unrest has died down here already. So I might send this guy. So last couple turns I haven't actually been able to recruit here because the unrest has been so high. It's like I had a monster boar or something. Yeah, I did have a monster boar. 3 monster boars this game. And like this little territory, that's a lot of boar. So this guy is going to here move and patrol. What I'm going to do is I can move amongst these 3 forts with move and patrol commands. So I can get maximum efficiency out of my patrollers just bouncing around between these 4 locations. So that's what I'm going to do there. And ideally, I'll take this province eventually. This is something I would use my thugs for. How much do I have here? 563, 123, and 500 wall integrity. So I'm popping it. It's getting popped this turn. Unless he can do so much damage to my troops that he can prevent me from popping it. If he can kill 200 siege strength from troops, but I don't see that happening. Like if he brings enough stuff here, I'll be able to wind guide. And storm. What I'm not seeing here is storm. I think I should cast storm. Storm. Is it conjuration is storm? Storm, here. Evocation 5. Summon storm power. Okay. So it's a slow storm. These guys won't actually be able to cast Thunderstrike right away. But it's fine. Having a slow storm is going to be okay for me, I think. He's going to get... Yeah. Maybe we'll get one more storm. This guy can cast storm, but the other guys can't. I only have one stormcaster. Ooh, 1 storm? No, 2 storms. Yep, 2 storms. So this guy will cast it a turn later, just so I don't try and channel it twice. I don't know if that's even a thing. Because storm is going to help all these guys turn into dangerous little thunderstrikers. I don't know if I have any useful alteration spells. That's kind of what I'm interested in. Alteration. Yeah, not quite. not quite what I wanted. I'd have to go one higher level in alteration, which at 300 research per turn isn't going to happen anytime soon, to get fog warriors, which could be a spell for me. Let's see, what would that take? I have an air 3, storm, air power, and fog warriors. Like, I could conceivably get it off. Take a long time though. I'd be better off having an air booster, which is something I can look into elsewhere. Okay, so I think that's the battle plan. So this is going to be a one-turn pop, and then we'll probably use the same script to kill his army because I suspect that he's going to come out. I don't see what's in it for him staying in there. His god could be dead. That'd be fascinating if his god was dead. I don't even know what to think if his god was dead. Yeah, I'm not getting any blood slaves there. So we're gonna go here, get everyone pissed off at me there. And I might drain this one too. Kind of just jump right into these other sites. Because yeah, the unrest is high here and it doesn't need to be high. Fort here is going to be good. Preach this down. The unrest should be falling anyway because of the order scales. Blood hunt here, that's okay. Blood hunt here, that's okay. This guy can search, I think, because we haven't searched for astral. And we haven't searched for air yet. This guy's stuck on research. These guys are so far from the front, they might as well be researching. One blood slave. Am I really short one blood slave? This guy should still be making quills because it's so cheap. This guy should be researching. I do have one more blood hunt item. Yeah, I might want to have 10 PD here because I don't think he's going to come for it. Independence took this thing by event. That's neat. So let's look at this tilting down. And I don't know if I'm ready to blood hunt this yet. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I can control the unrest here, so I probably won't blood hunt this province. This guy didn't find anything, so he's gone to his last spot. We've already done the script. This guy's on patrol, but he's got no units. Get some units, bud. Go here. Oh, okay, yeah. Of course I have blood slaves here, but nothing to do with them. What are you doing? You're going there to collect blood slaves. Maybe I hunt more. I'd love to have some gold income. Maybe one more turn of hunting. No sense not being greedy. It's fine, you have nothing to offer me. You're slowly dying. Everyone else is researching, I think. Who's not being used? So I could use 2 of these guys there. 12 gold, 11 gold. This is something I could do. Yeah. Because I think I'm using all of my other recruitment points. Yep. As terrible as that is, It's probably what I need. Militia. It's cheaper than that. Yeah, and we'll wait a turn and we'll pick up the militia. These guys won't be on repeat. And we'll move the militia here to patrol. That's not a good long-term solution. I'm going to want them dead. But the issue is I have too many troops costing me too much maintenance right now. Just like saying I'm too rich, which is not really a thing. So yeah, I think that's good. This guy can go here. This guy can go here. That's more important. Yeah, because I want to see the action that's going on in this front. It looks like there's a war over here too. These are sages. Yeah, if I get a big force here and a big force here, maybe I can take this. Maybe I go this direction. That's his capital. It looks like Dogben is doing some work. Yeah, I don't really know what I do after. We're gonna have to wait because we want to watch that battle. You searched that and you found nothing. That's fine. Oh, I was gonna cast ritual spell. I should have a thaumaturgy spell here. What? Do I not have the pass to cast this spell? Oh, it's Mirrorverse Memories. I do have the pass, but it's level 4. Um, okay, that's fine. It'll take a turn or two to get there. I want to see if this guy gets counter-rated here. Love to have a little more information about area. Like, is he really friggin' huge? He could be this big. Definitely bigger than me, that's for sure. Let's have a look at the score graphs, because I find this amusing. Oh, such great expansion. Such a sad following war. And then here's coming into Watrala. Forts, a little up and down. A little up and down in that. Income, very much up and down. Gem income, like we've recovered by doing site searching, but notice the lack of site searching during the wars. Research, this is when I pivoted away from research to bring my army together. Dominion has mostly gone down. Army size is capping up. Yeah, this is really important actually. This is really the indicator that I didn't risk it all trying to defend myself. I put my eggs in one basket. I defended. I preserved my chaff, which allowed me to win a battle or two and then scare everyone off. And then ascension points. This, Jesus, Tonlipa is on a roll here. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of these does he need to win? 15 ascension points. Oh, so he needs 8. Good man. Good man, Tonlipa. How many do you have? If you have 4, you have this one. This one. You don't have that one. You have this one. It's 1, 2, 3. Which one is your 4th? Here? That'd be crazy if he went that far. This one? This one's his fourth? 3? No, that's just 3. This one's his fourth? No. His capital's here. He doesn't have this one. Could be this, or this. Either way, that's a mighty empire he has. This is shaping up to be a super long game for the players that manage to stay in it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end my turn there. Thanks for watching. Um, Catch you all in, I guess it'll be turn 55, and we'll see how this war wraps up, or maybe it doesn't wrap up. Thanks for watching again. Bye.